My name is Nassime Sabs.
Let's take a trip back to civilization, Babylonian kings and ancient Mesopotamia. Research inscriptions and read translations, the myths and legends, what's fact from fiction. Depictions of giants who ruled the land, double rows of teeth and six-fingered hands. The men of renown before the flood, where the angels fell to pollute the blood. They mingled the seed with both man and beast, and besieged the whole world with these circus freaks. They were drowned in the deluge, but once deceased, they became demon beings to corrupt beliefs. The basis of myths, these strange relations, the gods of the Greeks and the ancient pagans. They worship the sun and the moon and stars, and channel these spirits like avatars. From the Nephilim bloodlines from the fallen ones, the ancient hybrids and redhead giants have now returned like a deadly virus. From the Nephilim bloodlines from the fallen ones, the ancient hybrids and redhead giants have now returned like a deadly virus. Nimrod was the first after the flood to build a tower of bricks made of straw and mud. Exalted himself to reach the heavens, to be like God through self-ascension. Enchanted through mystical tricks and antics, he practiced witchcraft, the blackest magic. Communed with the darkest depths of the abyss, like elites and occultists within our midst. Enlisting dark spirits they know exist, and repeating perversions they can't resist. To be their own god, the first lion schism, the Luciferian definition, a false pantheon of apotheosis. The Uberman, Nirvana Gnosis, presented and channeled in pantomime through the mantis, the grays, and the serpentine. From the Nephilim bloodlines from the fallen ones, the ancient hybrids and redhead giants have now returned like a deadly virus. From the Nephilim bloodlines from the fallen ones, the ancient hybrids and redhead giants have now returned like a deadly virus. From the start of time until the end of days, there's no secrets to find or mysterious ways, hidden in plain sight, right up in our faces. Romans 1:22 repeated through the ages. Professing to be wise, they became as fools, worshipped idols made with their human tools. Fused science mixed with the mystery schools to manipulate DNA molecules. First fallen angels bred with human beings, then they were fairies and elves and changelings. Next we had alien grays abducting. Now the new disguises inside our machines. These demons of old are well acquainted, back from the days when the blood was tainted. Invaded the earth like space invaders to corrupt the blood of our coming savior. From the Nephilim bloodlines from the fallen ones, the ancient hybrids and redhead giants have now returned like a deadly virus. From the Nephilim bloodlines from the fallen ones, the ancient hybrids and redhead giants have now returned like a deadly virus.
This isn't the chupacabra. I just want to remind you, no, this is something huge. This is something that reminds me of the Mothman stories of Point Pleasant, and how the Mothman has scared the living daylights out of me, because when I'm in the dark, I wouldn't want two big red eyes staring at me from the window, tapping on the window, and then I look up and I see something hunched over with big wings, or a flying demon, or something. I don't want that anywhere near me.
What are these creatures that so confound us? From the Mothman to the Chupacabras, the Bigfoot, there's some Sasquatch, legendary icons like monster mascots, the Loch Ness Monster, the Jersey Devil, creepy shadow people that'll make you tremble, paranormal species on every level. When they're unleashed, it's like transcendental. We haven't even started with the alien question, not to mention the fact they meet expectations. Observer effect, it's that spooky action, an electron, photon, quantum reaction. So often they appear as what people imagine. To fit our beliefs, it's how they're fashioned, the time and the culture from which they're choosing. So many costumes from which to choose from, hovering like vultures with black-eyed vision, scavenging on carcasses who give permission, open to inviting every superstition, tapped in and tuned to receive transmissions. The vision flipped into a virtual reality. Dimensions rip, hear the buzzing like a bumblebee, suddenly gripped with the fear that's unexplainable. Have you been tricked? It's so real, it's unmistakable. What are these creatures that so confound us? From Mothman and to the Chupacabras, the Bigfoot, the some call a Sasquatch, legendary icons like monster mascots, the Loch Ness Monster, the Jersey Devil, creepy shadow people that'll make you tremble, paranormal species on every level. When they're unleashed, it's like transcendental. Subtle with their schemes, these are spiritual beings, interdimensional, with three-dimensional teams, like a genie in a bottle that's fulfilling your dreams. Grant your wishes just to rip your soul apart at the seams, like the Slender Man's become the boogeyman of the past. Let's go back in time to see what kind of creatures were cast. The first aliens claimed they lived in clouds on the skies. Then we got telescopes and realized that they lied, and they were Quakers on the moon, the little green men, gray aliens, insectoids and reptilians, the fairies and the elves, leprechauns and the trolls, the goblins and the gnomes, the same stories told. Spirit apparitions, every specter and ghost, it's the same allegory from the days of old. We see through their mask, and despite the disguise, we recognize the species by the shape of their lies. Imprisoned in chains, in the days they hybridize, now their vision is changed and they wanna mechanize. They're making a decision to now pose as AI, possessing our computers and the robots they guide, inventing our beliefs to create the divide, and implanting the seeds for a global genocide, pretending that technology is really alive, like computer Ouija boards with the demon inside. What are these creatures that so confound us? From Mothman and to the Chupacabras, the Bigfoot, the some call a Sasquatch, legendary icons like monster mascots, the Loch Ness Monster, the Jersey Devil, creepy shadow people that'll make you tremble, paranormal species on every level. When they're unleashed, it's like transcendental.
When I'm looking into subjects that really scare me, you have to go back far. Really far to dig up some of the scariest creatures, the scariest incidences of sightings and appearances. I mean, you know, we all know, you know, man has had his encounters with fallen angels,